Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting, innovating, and amazing Propagandacast with me, your host, Imperial Dane, the one, the only Master Propaganda Hero Strike Defender of the Fatherland. Off here to a glorious 1v1 on Faymonville Approach in the north is Kraken, or Kraken? Anyways, fighting here for the British Army, the Commonwealth. Taking on the role here of the 7th Armoured Division, the Desert Sea with the Lend-Lease Assault, featuring Mortar Team's assault sections, M10 Achilles, self-propelled anti-tank guns, M5 half-tracks, and the strafing support in the south. It is Prabuty, fighting for the Oberkommanders, Germany, Deutschland. Here with the 9th Panzer Division with Scavenge, featuring Thorough Salvage, FlaK Panzerfears, Jaeger Light Infantry Squad, Osman to be specific, as to actually technically 3 varying FlaK Panzerfears, Infiltration Tactics, and the Howitzer Barrage. Double Filter Companies versus double section Universal Carrier. No immediate choice of assault sections here from Kraken, which is a bit interesting. And as always, a big hearty thanks to my patrons, reporters, one people and all who keep the Propagandacast going with their hard-earned money. So big thanks to every one of those. Other people who join the ranks and help support the Propagandacast and the war effort by pledging on Patreon themselves, or they can donate by PayPal. And if you're considering periodic companies 3, consider doing so via the link in the comments using the code CoH2 in which case I get a cut of the sale. And finally, just comment, like, share, subscribe to help the YouTube algorithms get my video out to more people. So, bit of quiet here otherwise, some light skirms around the centre here. Kraken moving ahead with his force there, heading southwards for the fuel point there, basically there as well. Universal then rolling forwards here for the British Army. There was also the larger Lloyd carrier, by the way, which was primarily just more used for hauling around weapons and transporting troops. But it wasn't so much of a frontline element there. Assault section out here for Kraken and the British Army. 3rd Foot Squad there for Prabuty. Going ahead there with their Sten guns, and we'll most likely get the Thompson upgrade. Once he gets to that point, he can actually get the upgrade going. Section here with Universal support dealing with the Fulton ADC, slowly bleeding them out. Very good there for the British Army. There we go, quick routed here. Steadily moving ahead, they're going to go straight for the car point there. The Universal Carrier was kind of universal in its utility in the British Army. There we go, another engagement here. Was used as reconnaissance, tractor, well, transport as well for infantry. Maybe an ambulance probably, and also used as a weapons platform itself. So that is saw a lot of uses there. And so it's also used it a fair bit for the reconnaissance units. Sappers on the way there. Up north we got the assault section of the Sturmpionier. Not looking great farther though, but looks like the Sturmpionier do kind of end up getting the upper hand. Nope, the Sten guns here turn the tide, and the Sturmpionier are cut down almost the entire man here. Rough engagement there for Prabuty was close, but this assault section under Kraken's command there turned the tide. Numersky pulling forward back here. Forwards then back. To be specific. Like Kedman, if you have to help deal with universal carriers, it can be a pain in the ass there due to being fairly bulletproof for such an early game vehicle. It can absorb a fair amount of damage here. So typically you will have to go for either a Kedman or Panzerschreck to deal with it. In particular if you're the Oberkommandvest, since you don't get early access to Panzerfaust. Sappers charging in there, more troops being against the universal carrier there. Need to pull it out of there. The Kedmaf almost done. Full screen being shot to bits here by the Bren gun mounted in the front. Was apparently also not uncommon to activate an anti-tank rifle there mounted in the front and then a Bren gun up on top. I believe that was the configuration the Soviets actually used when they used the universal carrier themselves. Fun fact. 3rd section on the way there for Kraken. Not a lot of assault sections, which is interesting. Pulling back in Universal Carrier for some light repairs. Fresh section out. No tech yet for him. Back here, though, in Prabuty's space, we get the Schwerer Wehrmachtschlepper out there, ready to tech up. Likely about to go headquarters. Sturm peeling north, looking to defend the fuel point here from the advancing English. And there we go. Assault section immediately loses George there as he gets ripped apart there by the Sturmpionier and their Sturmgewehr. In the centre of their section, got the victory point secured. I mean, so far, Kraken does a fairly good map control versus Prabuty. Definitely make things tough for him. Mine's down, but getting spotted with the section. Ruins their Prabuty's little plan. Also, southbound, we got a significant force bringing that's all of his foot companies bringing southwards there. Leaving the Sturmpionier to defend the north side here. So he's definitely going to switch, I think, overall approach to the map here. Not a bad idea, obviously. Not a bad idea. If you can execute it well. There we go, adding the Vickers K there to the Universal Carrier. Academy force there for Prabuty. Battle headquarters almost down there for the German Army. Universal Carrier force, there we go, with the Vickers K now mounted. Battle Academy is ready to launch an 88mm rockets right at it. There we go. And narrowly avoids losing it. Really close call there though for Kraken. Section flank against the Falcons here, putting forward to the assault section there. Thompson's on the way as well there, unsurprisingly, since it's just a really good upgrade. Significantly boosts their firepower at short to mid-range. Ground on the fuel point here, Northern being claimed as well by the British. So Prabuty definitely struggling a bit here with map control versus the British. One hunting on here, but the assault section still closing in again with Thompson's there. They pack a significant punch here, and the full Scundies will need to retreat before they risk getting wiped out. Trip reinforcing, a bit of healing there as well. So, finally continuing there, go the section will have to retreat now, as at that range, with that little health, they stand no chance against these German infantrymen. What? Pretty much full health. Section holding up in light cover could make things complicated there for Prabuty. Up north of the Sturmpionier going here for this section here. Having prepared positions ahead of time, as the Sturmpionier should be able to push them back here and perhaps even force them to retreat entirely back to the base there of Kraken and the 7th Army. We've got another section going to catch down the Sturmpionier, a bit of crossfire, FlaK half-track for Prabuty. No Jaegers whatsoever, so despite being a common choice against the British, Prabuty is apparently just completely skipping the Jaegers here versus Kraken. Interesting choice there. Universal Carrier added there. Medics on the well there for the British to provide healing for his men. And there goes Sturmpionier routed as Kraken and the 7th Army Division strikes for King and Country. FlaK half-track almost done. Full Scundier setting out here. Ground center with them there. Far west here. Finally got the fuel point there secured for the Reich. Small win there for Prabuty. Numerical still at it. 3 kills. We got the sappers they caught, but the full companies right outside Prabuty's base. 4 kills here, slowly approaching Veteran 2. Back at base here for Kraken. We have the bolter section upgrade there. Classic upgrade for sure. And the America just keeps at it. 5 kills now, very close to 22. We've got the FlaK half-track out. And that's going to require an anti-tank on all the armored car here for Kraken, because, well, he doesn't really have any other way of stopping the FlaK half-track, which can otherwise destroy this Universal Carrier easily, but also have a significant impact on his infantry. FlaK half-track pushing back 2 sections. Excellent work here for Prabuty. Bringing a machine as well here, certainly concerned about Kraken's infantry, which honestly makes a lot of sense. We'll also just maintain map control better now versus the British, which I would strongly imagine is going to be Prabuty's goal for the time being. So they can start pushing for armor afterwards. Quick sandbags here though from Kraken, but will not help much against the 251-17 FlaK half-track. There we go. Section right, but still managed to enter the point neutral. These buys Kraken there some time. Sturmpionier focus on the move there, no upgrade yet for them. No Sturmgewehrs, not in repair kit, and certainly no Panzerschrecks. Kedman apparently hit something made out of wood, but crucially, hits no Englishman. Up north, the University goes the Falcons to try to extend the front line there for Prabuty northwards. More troops being hauled in to try and prevent a northern, well, capture there for Prabuty. But so far, it's not having a lot of luck. I imagine in part Jack's concerned about the FlaK half-track here, which Prabuty is being northwards. No attempt to grab back the southern fuel point then. University takes a hit from the Academy for the 18mm rocket, just punches right through the armor. And there we go. Kraken here with the anti-aircraft half-track of his own. The M5 with the anti-air package. Unleash some hell there upon Prabuty. Not bad choice at all there, and certainly allows him to still go for light vehicle, but not have to invest as much fuel as by, say, going for the armored car. So that way he can still have his light vehicle, but also, you know, still be able to, like, fairly rapidly go for medium armor. So pretty sharp play there, I think, by Kraken.
Upgrade all done and given a polish.
And you feel for the advancing section, quick suppresses them, in the south there section as the full is there. Half-track pushing forward here, nothing to support the machine crew here. It's a delightful situation for Kraken, as his anti-aircraft after will of course just be able to just tear them apart. No mercy in the south here, the more troops are arriving, but again that does mean the centre is at the mercy here of Kraken's anti-aircraft half-track with its 450 cals. West here, we got Sapsman with the United now going for the fuel point. That angle right as Prabuty responds to the center assault here. Devious maneuvering here by Kraken. Keeps Prabuty there one step behind. Now the FlaK half-tank, of course, is fighting for the center, but crucially, he's about to lose control of both fuel points in the Kraken, which is definitely not going to be a great look there for Prabuty. Mines going off in the north, though. Assault section takes some losses, but needs more anti-tankings up here or anything else to deal with that. Got the Universal Carrier, though. Pretty good here for Prabuty. Removes a significant thorn in his side. And can even salvage it. There we go. And thanks to the thorough salvage, he actually gets not just fuel, but munitions as well. There we go. Thumbs up to Prabuty. Not just 5 fuel, but 50 munitions as well. That is quite a bit of value there to salvage out of them. 6-pounder gun there for Kraken to help deal with the FlaK half-tank. Of course, realizing that, hang on, this thing is a massive threat. And we got Prabuty with the second cannon, probably help deal with the half-tank. But I imagine at this stage, Prabuty is concerned also, you know, on the possibility of like fast tanks here from Kraken, which is a very sensible concern to have. Back here, nothing further on there for Kraken. Half-tanks landed. No mortars from him. Could be a nice addition here versus Prabuty and the Reich. The south here, Fultz is pushing forward. So we got another wave of troops here in the center by Kraken and the 7th Armored Division. Swiftly seizing ground here. FlaK half-tank repositioning. Prabuty, of course, at this stage could consider taking out himself. Then we get out some Orbison here versus Kraken. FlaK half-tank, open up the anti-aircraft half-tank. Doing some light damage there. Southern fuel point widely exposed here. And of course, Kraken is quick to seize upon it. Leaving Prabuty there once more punished for not putting enough effort into control of the fuel points. No tech still here though for Kraken, and the British in the center of the assault is not going well here for Prabuty. His men are being torn apart here in heavy British fire. In the south here, full off the section now, FlaK half-tank moving in. And there we go, a rush for the fuel point, but the damage has been done. The fuel point has been rendered neutral, so while he's able to at least deny the point to the British, he's at the same time not able to prevent him from rendering the point neutral, and that way, you know, avoiding the fuel loss there. North here point's being seized. He's ensuring he's getting another fuel point, that way also crucially denying Kraken fuel.
The enemy cut our supply line.
So at least that's working out there for Prabuty.
Enemy causing trouble, trying to take one of our points.
And he is finally taking up. They got the Schwerer Wehrmachtschlepp up. That will be most likely the Schwerer Panzer Quarters. I mean, Prabuty in theory could surprise us with a mechanized regiment, but it's very unlikely. We got some Panzerschreck upgrades there, but as you might have noticed, that is a bit too late. Typically you want the Panzerschreck before you're face to face with an anti-aircraft half-tank. Or at least have the timing of better, so by the time it gets in your face, you at least got the rocket ready to pop. That was, of course, not the case there for Prabuty. Still, adding the Panzerschreck, I think, will still be a good addition in the longer term. Just provide a nice amount of firepower versus armor and light vehicles. In the center of the section, caught by the enemy, we've had 4 pinned down to the ground here. We got Van Hunken against the section there, burning them up there. The fires of the Third Reich almost getting wiped here on Kraken. There we go. Wipe here is very likely, and yup, that's going to be wipe here unless Prabuty has some absolutely terrible luck, which he did not have. Another section for Kraken to make up for the losses there. Still no tech for him either. Still no attempt at getting an armor, and we got a mortar as well now for Kraken. Good addition here for some light artillery versus Prabuty, particularly in the 1v1 metagame and the 1v1 maps. I'd say mortars are quite good. But I particularly say that a map like Faymonville Approach really benefit from that because it is a small map with not a lot of like room to maneuver, but also like just, you know, not a lot of terrain to cover. So a mortar can just be an amazing investment on a map like this. So good work here for him, and of course Prabuty should consider a light infantry gun of his own.
Enemy threatening a capture point.
Quick scissor routes there. FlaK Panzer for Prabuty, rushing that one out here. That's going to be a problem there for Kraken for sure. I mean, he does have a 6-pounder gun, but depending on how Prabuty handles his Ostwind, he can definitely negate it somewhat there. Particularly also go for some light artillery to just deploy smoke here, so this could become a significant challenge here for Kraken and the British Army. FlaK Panzer rushes have become slightly more popular as of late, I found. The some mobile commandos players. There you go, machine gun flame team with the half-track. We got 8 kills halfway to the east of their machine gun crew there, completely sent packing. And the south here, FlaK half-track engaging the section there, but the fuel point nonetheless falls into British hands once more. Victory points wise, actually pretty close here with 395 versus 380. Not a massive gap here between the two players, to be honest. FlaK Panzers ready there for Prabuty and the German army. Both of them being suppressed. Making around for the building, but that's practically a death trap here with the assault section on the other end. With some heavy firepower, and there we go. They just quickly retreats sensibly too. FlaK Panzer moving in here, that's going to be a problem there for Prabuty's infantry in return. And again, he does have one 6-pounder gun, but if he can't land a, clean line of fire in the Ostwind, it's not going to matter too much. And of course, the Ostwind could basically just try and bypass the anti-tank cleared up by rushing straight at it. In this case, Prabuty is clearly not acute on that. And there you go, half moving forward, straight into the FlaK half-track and the Kenner's fire here. Almost losing the half to that really close call here. Mortar though, is definitely also a problem here for Prabuty. Great use of smoke here by Kraken, thumbs up. North here, push for the car on there, and the mortar gives Kraken though a bit of a headache there. But he is quick to disengage with his mortar team there. Sharp response, and we finally get some Jaeger sighting for Prabuty. Honestly, at this point, I would have been more likely to expect Obersoldaten than a Jaeger squad from Prabuty, but obviously the Jaegers do work too. Six moving about there. 6-pounder gun on the move again here for Kraken and the British Army, after they're being steadily fixed up. Certainly has seen a bit better days there. On the other hand, he's also got 9 kills in ace level, so it's obviously not doing poorly either. Prabuty once more, trying to force his way through the centre against Kraken. Section about here. Further up north there, assault section grabbing northern nations way there from the Germans. In the far south though, Prabuty heading for the southern victory point. Now the player there really can have the other player like be safe in any spot and crucially getting a victory point advantage. Half coming up here, ripping through the MD-34 crew here. 6-pounder gun firing at the FlaK half-track. And there you go, almost got Prabuty's machine gun crew there. Close call, and honestly a bit of a risky setup there, considering like he knew of the anti-aircraft half-track and it's just like out in the open there. That was not, I think, a particularly supreme positioning of the machine gun. Mortar caught by German troops again. Quickly forced off the field. Northern fuel point being claimed here by Kraken, as he once more again looks to mess with Prabuty's fuel economy, but also ensure his zone is somewhat stable and safe. So what will Prabuty go for next? I mean, we got the Jaegers with the G43, might hold out for the Panther 4. He could even like theoretically go for another Ostwind, but the fact he's going for the authorization, I think, is a good indicator he's not going to go for another Ostwind, and certainly I would not recommend it. As for Kraken, I believe finding some tech there for him. Yes, indeed, he even went straight for hammer tactics. So, whereas Prabuty's been rushing out the Ostwind, Kraken is more focused on getting a Comet here, which is certainly going to be challenging to hold out for against the Ostwind, but at the same time, if he can get it out, and Prabuty then hasn't brought any armor out, the Ostwind's definitely going to have a really, really bad time. Make no mistake, on Ardmere or mortar yet for the British Empire.
Anti-tank gun ready to do some damage.
There we go. 6-pounder gun number 2 ready here for Kraken and the 7th Armoured. After that, catching the Fulton Company, he's got 11 kills, ace level. Meanwhile, in the centre there, Prabuty pushes forward with Deutschland, catching here Kraken's water crew and sending it running back home to base. Southern fuel being claimed here, as again, Kraken and Prabuty continues their dance of control over the fuel points. After that, flanking against the Fulton catch from Neng when they're not ready, but at the same time, does also bring them in range of Pantherfaust. That said, even if he does Pantherfaust, there is a question you have to ask, which is, will he be able to finish it off? Because otherwise, it's just going to be like a few seconds then repairing it, and meanwhile, he's just spent 50 munitions to not really achieve a lot there. Southeast section riding the Jaegers here. Kraken is fearless here in his prosecution of Prabuty. Black Panther there, 3 kills, halfway to veterans 1. Like if he'd rushed after the Ostwind, I would say but now it's already, I'd say, too late. The half-tech is pretty much fixed up. So again, 50 munitions to get his opponent to spend 35 munitions. Not what you'd call wildly efficient. Of course, he could just use the saps to repair, at which point he wouldn't even spend munitions fixing up that 50 munitions of damage. Section around here, the FlaK Panzer pushing forwards here. It's the 30 mm gun there, ripping into the retreating German troops. Up north here, half-tech cylinder here versus the Germans, full to the suppressed. No attempt to put some flank around here, though there's definitely, I think, a bit of counter-invasion here from both players. I mean, there's definitely some focus on like the fuel points here, though as the match is going on, it does seem like they're slightly losing it, but there's also no attempt to really flank this, and they're just intent on attacking it head-on here. Very linear thinking, if you will. Mortar fire raining down death here. We do have one kill on it, but it's also close to 82. Close call for the mortar, and there we go. Now that actually got some kills in on Prabuty. Red hit from the 6-pound guns in the Osprey, almost got it here. Close call for Prabuty. And still no to look for him here versus Kraken and the British up north here. Got a wipe there, and that is the Sturmpioniere with their Panzerschlag upgrade that got utterly annihilated here by Kraken. An excellent kill there, and certainly a bit of a blow there to Prabuty, because while he of course is going for a Panther 4 now, which will be a challenge here, of course he's going for a Comet. There's the other issue, which is he's going to not really have like a lot to repair with, except of course the foot grenadiers, and he's actually upgrading here, so that's good by the way, but it's just a lot of players when they see them go for this stuff doesn't bother with this, but clearly Prabuty is not one of those. So thumbs up to Prabuty. It would still be great for him to go for a replacement Sturmpioniere squad, but at least having these about there will help a bit. Of course, the other issue will be the Comet tank, and that's going to be, I think, a bit tougher there for Prabuty to tackle.
Damned enemies tried to take a point from us.
Though, of course, it does depend on how well Kraken handles this Comet here versus Prabuty. Because he could theoretically like massively misplay, in which case Prabuty's going to be safe. But say, imagine that Kraken does not handle his Comet, that could become a massive issue for Prabuty. In the south, the X-Wing 40 3 kills, slowly approaching Ledge 1 to get the section, and of course the half-time looking to block off that maneuver.
Air support is coming as requested.
Go, got the Comet out there for Kraken and the British Army. Also got the strafing support, the FlaK Panzer, and the anti-aircraft half-tank. Does mean that he pops it. There's a very good chance of just being almost immediately negated, at which point he's just chucked out like 200 munitions straight out the window. Panther going for the section up north here. Look at how they run, Ludwig. Well, you'd run to in the face of a Panzer, wouldn't you? That's besides the point. Look at them run. Yeah, I'm seeing them running and dying. Comet shoots, bounces off the Panther 4's armor. That is fairly lucky there for Prabuty.
Engine warmed up.
The Comet itself, though, was a fairly late war tank in the British Army. Didn't see a lot of usage, and would actually not see a lot of service after the war either, before it got replaced by another tank. So, little fun fact there about the Comet. Machine destroyed. Good kill there for Kraken. Removes a significant asset there for Prabuty. We got more Jaegers out here for Prabuty now. No Orbs of Darden, just more Jaegers to bleed out the Tommies. In the center there. Losses being afflicted on Prabuty. Loses the FlaK half-track. Great kill here for Kraken. Meanwhile, on the center, troops are being mauled here. A fierce defense here from Kraken, and in the face of Prabuty's assault here, FlaK Panzer pushing back some troops. Panther 4 joining in. And there go Tiller Strike unleashed here. Almost got the section. Prabuty does overcome here. Kraken center for sheer force and stubbornness. Obviously not without taking some casualties here. Assault section right with the Falcon Jaegers, they're being blasted out with the Comet, and it's 77 on the gun. Now, the gun was called that because while it was technically a 17-pounder gun, it actually was slightly low in velocity compared to the one used for, say, the Firefly, which meant it also needed different munitions. So to avoid any logistical issues, they basically just said it was a 77 on the gun, and also rated the munitions then at 77mm. So again, that way avoid the potential for logistical issues. So, little fun fact there. Because obviously you do not want to be like sending the wrong ammunition to the wrong weapon. That's going to be a very awkward look. What will Kraken do next? Will it be more Comets? Might it be an M10 Achilles? We'll have to see. Half-tank 40 15 kills. Nope, but when it comes to the M10 Achilles, the name was actually applied to both versions, both the one with the 3-inch gun, but also the one modification they made, the modified version they made with the 17-pounder gun. Both were called Achilles. For what reasons? I'm not actually entirely sure. Black Panther, they're firing at the 6-pounder guns, flanking them out. They've got Prabuty moving in as well. We've got the half-tank, they're covering out the flank. This against the infantry. Not so much against the Osman, obviously, but... There we go, we came shot against the half-tank. Almost got the 6-pounder gun crew here. Half-tank narrowly escapes here. The wrath of Prabuty and Deutschland coming on the move here. Go straight for the Panther, taking advantage of the confusion there. Got air support called in. There's still the FlaK Panzer and the Schwerpanzer quarters could also be activated here. So this could be a quick loss here of the air support. There you go, FlaK Panther firing where the advancing British aircraft here. Meanwhile, they're going for the Panther 4. Schwerpanzer quarters also activate. That's a lot of flak fire here, and the Panther 4 does go down. Quite a blow there to Prabuty. Kraken meanwhile keeps up with the Comet there, wreaking havoc here inside the German base of the 9th Panzer to be shown there. Raketenwerfer there, opening up the Comet, pushing it back. FlaK Panzer all the way back here as well. Trying to take out some of those aircraft. Got one knocked out of the sky there. Ultimately, the damage has been done, and Prabuty is without a tank, and he's even lost one of his Raketenwerfers. Those are some great kills there for Kraken, but certainly a significant headache here for Prabuty. Black Panther going at it again. They're close to 2 there. Now the aircraft shot at the skies. Excellent there. 19 kills on the half-track. Been an excellent investment here for Kraken, certainly highlighting how powerful these M16 half-tracks can be. And why they are popular with, like, you know, pretty much all of the allied factions, as they can all each get it. Soviets, British, and American. Panther on the way for Prabuty and Deutschland, the Panzerkampfwagen 5. Hoping to turn the tide here with a slightly more premium medium tank here against the advancing Englishman. Comet setting out here, 6 kills, close to veterans 1. Prabuty's Panther is slowly getting there, but meanwhile he is apparently just in more or less heavy downtime as he's replenishing his forces and waiting for that Panther to arrive. And Kraken meanwhile is just moving ahead here, I think probing here Prabuty's lines, hoping to get some extra damage in with this Comet. Cheeky maneuver there by Kraken. Panther's almost done. The Panzerkampfwagen 5. There we go. Osman on the move again here. Comet shoots, obliterates Fritz. South here, section caught with the FlaK Panzer. There we go, veteran 2 achieved. Bad news for both Prabuty's, of Kraken's infantry and air support weapons. There you go, Panther is out for Prabuty and for Deutschland. The Panzerkampfwagen 5. Pride of the Vaterland. Ja. Straight for the section here. Pinlight machine being added in the south here. Comet going for the Fulton in the Osman in the south here. Do we have mines here from Kraken? The answer looks to be no. Panther engaging the Comet. We've got 6-pounder guns nearby. So there we go. Great hit on the Panther's rear. Fun fact, Panther commanders were instructed to keep the frontal armor towards the enemy at all times, as that was obviously the strongest part of the tank, as the side armor was significantly weaker. Early models I think had somewhere around 20 to 25 millimeters, and on later models they'd actually increased that to 30, but the armor was less slugged. That was primarily done to help standardize production of the Panther holds more, so it could fit better with the Jagd Panther production lines. Fun fact there. Panther Osman sending out here. Jaegers in the center being bombarded. More to continue to be a good investment here for Kraken. It's always light artillery, I find, is always a good addition to have on 1v1 maps. I'm not saying you have to like go for a lot of mortars, light infantry guns or whatever, but like, you know, having one is typically quite handy. The Kemalani good hit on the Comet. Another shot there, pushing it down to 2/3 health total there. Grenade on the section of the trench here, but not enough there to rout Kraken from the center, who remains stalwartly dug in for the British Empire. Panther going for it, but shot misses. Up north here, FlaK Panzer holding back here. 11 kills, 32, not much has happened there, and the Panther is almost knocked out here. Needs to get his Falconers to repair that, but they're busy elsewhere. So this is where, again, not having any Sturm Pioneers is actually kind of slightly biting Prabuty in the posterior. Again, I'm not saying this is a bad idea at all. It's just, you know, it's going to lie on them. He's going to need more Falconers to make sure he at least has some Sturm Pioneers as well. He's not going to start replacing them, because not having his Panther being repaired at all, I think, is pretty bad here for Prabuty. Meanwhile, Kraken is just bringing another Comet, because why not? EX being blasted here by the British Comet tank here. Shot there whiffed. Look, they're flanking this section. Second Comet almost done. How will Prabuty respond to that once he sees it? Who knows? But there you go, Panther being worked on. So taking a bit of while here. We'll need, of course, to get his other Falcon squad on the job, but he really should consider more infantry as well, yet for some reason Prabuty is not doing that, indicating he might be saving up for something else. In this case, a Kettenwerfer. But they'll need to fix up that Panther more rapidly, more schnell. And then we've got up north here, second Comet out there for Kraken and the British Empire. Tally ho, chaps. Sorry for being late to the party. It's a war out there, sir. Yes, as I said, party. He gets himself a bit hit from the Comet, but Kevin returns the favour, gains virtually 3 in the process. Grenadier now for ace level with 6 kills. Up north there, FlaK Panzer running into issue with the freshly arrived Comet here. And surprisingly, Prabuty pulls back his Ostwind. Southwards here, get a bit of attempt to flank around here. Kraken centre, I think that is very sensible. Panther moving forwards, heading northwards there by the looks of it. But there you go, flanking exposed to the Comet. Comet gets a good shot in. There you go, 6 Guns are joining in now, and suddenly the Panther situation is looking a lot less great. We'll need to, of course, repair it again with the False Grenadiers, so they just end up spending more time repairing than fighting. There you go. Assault sector now over the FlaK Panzer. Actually, noting that is a new one he called in. There you go, Comets are going here for the Panther. Holy smokes! Pretty much just wiped one Falcon squad and almost wiped the second one there with that. Good God, that is just so many dead Germans. That was a hell of a shot. And they just effectively gutted Prabuty here versus Kraken. I mean, that really leaves an in poor state to repair his Panther, plus of course cost an squad. And there you go, the Panther is abandoned. FlaK Panther there flanking the 6-pound guns. Not shabby there, but not enough, I think, for Prabuty to turn the situation around even remotely. There you go, like Kedma's about to get knocked out as well here by Kraken. This is turning into disaster here for Prabuty, an absolute unmitigated mess here. There we go, Comet gaining veterans 1 here. Ostwind out with that. Prabuty has next to nothing left. I think it is safe to say the match has been won here by the British and lost by the Germans. I think he's left the game here. We're just waiting for the game to react. Just waiting for the game to react to Prabuty leaving. There we go. GG, game over. A loss for Deutschland. A victory for the British Empire. A fierce back and forth fight here with some nice Comet action. And then I think Prabuty at times overfocused on the centre, which is always something like, want to be careful against the British. You don't want to get caught up in a meat grinder versus the British. But also, the lack of artillery here was also a crucial element. He really should have gone for some light infantry guns here to help versus Kraken. Kraken, meanwhile, like to make use of the mortar, so thumbs there. Plus, I think other tactical issues really meant that the situation was not particularly favoured here by Prabuty as the match went on. It certainly also suffered more and more from tunnel vision and linear thinking when he should have been, again, trying to outmaneuver Kraken here, trying to catch him off guard. He just relied so much on brute force, which just allowed Kraken to fight so very efficiently versus Prabuty and bleed him out. So do be careful about that in your own fight. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. You'll learn something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it. Tell a friend, family, but don't your enemies. This is Imperial LinkedIn. Cheers. Thank you for watching. Till tomorrow again for another episode. Bye.